Signs of extremely low IQ. Intro. Have you ever met someone who keeps ruining their own life, making the same mistakes over and over, pushing away opportunities, and somehow blaming the world for it? We usually think low IQ means bad grades, poor math skills, or struggling in school. But real intelligence has almost nothing to do with memorizing facts. Real intelligence shows in daily behavior. It shows in how people react to problems, how they handle emotions, how they make decisions, and how they treat others. Today we're going deep into the real-life signs of extremely low intelligence. Some of these might shock you, some might make you uncomfortable, and some might make you rethink people around you. Stay until the end, because the final sign is the most dangerous one. And if you want more videos that upgrade your mindset and help you outgrow 95% of people around you, make sure you subscribe to the channel now. Let's begin. Part 1. They think they already know everything. The first and biggest sign of low intelligence. They believe they already know everything. Smart people doubt themselves. Low IQ people are absolutely certain. They never say, "I might be wrong. Let me think about that. That's interesting." Instead, they instantly reject new ideas. You cannot teach them. You cannot correct them. You cannot grow with them. Why? Because learning requires one thing: humility. And arrogance is often the mask of ignorance. The moment someone thinks they know everything, their brain stops growing. Part 2. They blame everyone for their life. Low intelligence hates responsibility. Everything is always someone else's fault. Their boss there, parents there, partner there, government there, friends, their haters. They never say, "I made a bad decision." Instead they say, "Life is unfair. Here's the truth." Smart people look for solutions. Low IQ people look for someone to blame, because blaming feels easier than changing. Part 3. They cannot control their emotions. One of the clearest signs of low intelligence. Emotional impulsiveness. They explode over small things. They argue constantly. They react before thinking. If someone disagrees with them, they feel attacked. If someone criticizes them, they feel insulted. If something goes wrong, they panic. Emotional control is a form of intelligence, because thinking requires calm. When emotions take over, logic disappears. Part 4. They mock growth. Low intelligence laughs at improvement. When someone reads books, learns new skills, starts a business, works on self-discipline, they say things like, "Why are you doing too much? You've changed. You think you're better than us." Growth threatens people who refuse to grow, so they mock what they secretly fear. Part 5. They can't think long term. Low IQ thinking lives in the moment. They choose short pleasure over long success, comfort over discipline, fun over progress. They spend money they don't have. They avoid difficult tasks. They ignore future consequences. Smart people ask, "Where will this lead me in 5 years?" Low intelligence asks, "What feels good right now?" Part 6. They hate reading and learning. A strong sign of low intelligence. They stopped learning after school. No books, no documentaries, no podcasts, no curiosity. Their brain lives on gossip, drama, entertainment, social media scrolling. Remember, the brain is like a muscle. If you don't train it, it weakens. Part 7. They argue to win, not to learn. Low intelligence turns conversations into battles. They don't listen. They wait for their turn to talk. They interrupt. They raise their voice. They refuse evidence. Because they don't want truth. They want victory. Smart people debate to discover truth. Low intelligence debates to protect ego. Part 8. They repeat the same mistakes forever. The definition of low intelligence. No learning from experience. Same toxic relationships. Same financial mistakes. Same bad habits. Year after year. Nothing changes. Life keeps teaching them the same lesson. But they never listen. Part 9. They surround themselves with negative people. Low intelligence loves comfort circles. They stay around people who gossip, complain, discourage, waste time, because growth feels uncomfortable, and growth would force them to change. Part 10. The most dangerous sign. Here is the biggest sign of extremely low intelligence. They never questioned themselves. They never self-reflect. They never analyze their behavior. They never ask, am I the problem? Self-awareness is the highest form of intelligence, and lack of self-awareness is the root of most failure. Outro. Wake up message. Now here's the truth. This video isn't about judging others. It's about protecting yourself, and maybe improving yourself. Because intelligence is not fixed. It grows when you take responsibility, control emotions, stay curious, think long term, and remain humble. If you want more videos that upgrade your mindset and help you stay ahead of the crowd, subscribe to this channel right now. Part 11. They copy instead of think. Another powerful sign of low intelligence. They don't think for themselves. They copy opinions. They copy trends. They copy lifestyles. Ask them why they believe something and you'll hear, everyone knows that. I saw it online. That's just how it is. They borrow beliefs instead of building them. Independent thinking requires effort, and effort is uncomfortable. So they outsource their thinking to social media, friends, trends, loud voices. Smart people ask, is this actually true? Low intelligence asks, what do most people think? Part 12. They fear silence. Low intelligence hates being alone with their thoughts. They need constant noise. Music 24/7. TV always on. Endless scrolling. Constant chatting. Because silence forces thinking, and thinking forces self-awareness. Many people avoid silence because silence reveals their fears, their regrets, their wasted potential. Smart people seek quiet time. Low intelligence runs from it. Part 13. They confuse confidence with loudness. The loudest person in the room is rarely the smartest. Low intelligence believes volume equals intelligence. They speak over others. They dominate conversations. They mistake aggression for strength. But real intelligence is calm. It doesn't need to shout. A lion doesn't roar every minute to prove it's a lion. Part 14. They laugh at deep conversations. Try talking to them about purpose, psychology, philosophy, self-improvement, future plans. They quickly say, why are you so serious? They prefer gossip, celebrity drama, who said what, who hurt who, because deep conversations require deep thinking, and shallow minds prefer shallow topics. Part 15. They give up very easily. Low intelligence hates struggle. The moment something becomes difficult, they quit. Gym quit. Business quit. Learning quit. Saving money quit. They expect success to feel easy, but growth feels uncomfortable. Smart people understand. Struggle is part of progress. Low intelligence thinks struggle is proof to stop. Part 16. They care too much about appearances. They want to look successful without becoming successful. They invest more in clothes, validation, social media image, than in skills, knowledge, discipline. They want the image of success without the work behind it. Part 17. They avoid smart people. Low intelligence feels uncomfortable around smart people. Why? Because intelligent people expose gaps in thinking, so they avoid them. Instead, they stay where they feel superior. But here's the truth. If you're always the smartest person in your circle is too small. Part 18. They think effort is trying too hard. They mock hard work by saying, you're doing too much. You're stressing yourself. Relax and enjoy life. But secretly, they fear discipline, because discipline highlights their laziness. Smart people admire effort. Low intelligence ridicules it. Part 19. They don't ask questions. Children ask hundreds of questions. Why? Because curiosity equals intelligence. Low intelligence stops asking questions. They accept everything at surface level. Curiosity is the engine of growth. The moment questions stop, growth stops. Part 20. Final wake-up call. Here's the powerful truth. Every sign in this video is changeable. This is not about insulting anyone. It's about awareness. Because awareness creates change. If you recognized any of these traits in yourself, that's a good sign. It means you're waking up. The smartest people constantly work on becoming smarter. If you want more videos that help you grow, think better, and stay ahead of the majority, make sure you subscribe to the channel now and join this community. Your future self is watching, and your future self is counting on the decisions you make today. Part 21. They live in constant excuses. Low intelligence always has a reason not to act. I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't have connections. I don't have luck. Excuses feel productive, but excuses change nothing. Smart people ask, what can I do right now? Low IQ thinking asks, why I can't do anything? The difference seems small, but it creates completely different lives. Part 22. They think success is luck. Whenever someone succeeds, they say, they're lucky. They had help. They cheated. They had connections. Why? Because admitting effort exists would mean they must also put in effort. Calling success luck protects their comfort. Smart people study successful people. Low intelligence discredits them. Part 23. They avoid difficult conversations. Low intelligence avoids uncomfortable truth. They don't communicate problems. They don't address conflicts. They ignore issues until they explode. Instead of saying, let's fix this, they say, let's ignore this. And problems grow in silence. Part 24. They need constant validation. Their happiness depends on approval, likes, compliments, attention, praise. Without validation, they feel lost, because they never built internal confidence. Smart people seek self-respect. Low intelligence seeks applause. Part 25. They follow crowds blindly. If everyone is doing it, they do it. If everyone believes it, they believe it. They never stop to ask, is the crowd wrong? History shows us something powerful. The crowd has been wrong many times. Independent thinkers change the world. Followers simply observe it. Part 26. They waste massive time daily. Hours disappear into endless scrolling, gossip conversations, meaningless arguments, binge watching without purpose. Time is life, and wasting time is wasting life. Smart people protect their time like money. Low intelligence spends it carelessly. Part 27. They can't admit I don't know. This is a powerful one. Low intelligence fears these three words. I don't know. Because ego feels threatened. But those three words are the beginning of wisdom. You cannot learn what you pretend to know. Part 28. They chase shortcuts everywhere. They search for get rich quick, lose weight fast, success overnight, effortless results. They want the reward without the process. But life doesn't reward shortcuts. It rewards consistency. Part 29. They compare constantly. Comparison becomes their lifestyle. They measure who earns more, who looks better, who has more followers. Comparison kills focus. Smart people compete with who they were yesterday. Low intelligence competes with everyone else. Part 30. They never plan their life. Ask them their 5-year plan. Silence. Ask them their goals. Confusion. They live day to day with no direction. And without direction, life chooses for you. Extended outro. Final message. Here's the most important truth of this entire video. Intelligence is not about IQ tests. It's about habits. It's about mindset. It's about awareness. And every habit you heard today can be changed. The moment you choose growth, you separate yourself from the majority. If you made it this far, you're already ahead of most people. Now take the next step. Subscribe to the channel for more videos that help you upgrade your thinking, your discipline, and your life. Your future begins with the decisions you make today. Part 31. They refuse to change their mind. Low intelligence treats opinions like identity. Once they believe something, they defend it forever. Even when, evidence changes, facts appear, reality proves them wrong, they double down. Why? Because changing their mind feels like losing. But smart people understand something powerful. Changing your mind is not weakness, it's growth. Part 32. They focus on drama over progress. Drama excites them. Problems energize them. Arguments entertain them. Conflict gives them purpose. They talk more about people than ideas. Their daily conversations revolve around who offended who betrayed who said what. Meanwhile, their own life stays stuck. Smart people talk about ideas. Low intelligence talks about people. Part 33. They don't finish what they start. They start many things. Courses, businesses, fitness plans, side hustles. But nothing gets completed. Motivation starts the journey. Discipline finishes it. Low intelligence relies on motivation. Smart people rely on discipline. Part 34. They ignore constructive criticism. Feedback feels like an attack to them. Instead of hearing, "This will help you improve," they hear, "You are not good enough." So they reject feedback completely. And without feedback, improvement stops. Part 35. They think effort guarantees instant results. They try something for a week, then quit. They expect gym results in 5 days, money in 2 weeks, success in 1 month. They underestimate time. Smart people understand the power of compounding effort. Small actions repeated daily create massive results. Part 36. They constantly complain. Complaining becomes their personality. Weather complain, work complain, family complain, money complain. Complaining feels productive, but complaining solves nothing. Smart people replace complaints with action. Part 37. They fear responsibility. Responsibility feels heavy, so they avoid leadership, avoid commitment, avoid ownership. They want freedom without responsibility, but real freedom comes from responsibility. Part 38. They don't invest in themselves. They hesitate to spend on books, courses, tools, skill development, but spend easily on entertainment, trends, instant pleasure. Smart people invest in growth. Low intelligence consumes comfort. Part 39. They repeat negative self-talk. They constantly say, "I can't. I'm not smart. I'm unlucky. I'm not talented." Your brain believes what you repeat, and repetition becomes identity. Part 40. Final closing message. Here's the powerful truth. The goal of this video was not to insult anyone. It was to wake people up. Because once you become aware, you gain the power to change. And the moment you choose growth over comfort, discipline over excuses, learning over ego, your life begins to transform. If you've made it this far, you are part of the minority that wants more from life. So take the next step. Subscribe now for more videos that upgrade your mindset, your habits, and your future. Your smarter life starts today. See you in the next video.